think it's a good idea if you're looking for critique partners, if you're at that stage where you're ready to share your work, to kind of do a test run. So especially if you're working on like longer stuff, like book length stuff like we're working on right now, maybe share like a chapter or a couple of chapters or like the first 50 pages or something and get the same amount from them, just to see if you're compatible and to go through all the points that we've already talked about and kind of check them off, like, okay, this works and this maybe could improve or whatever. But before you make the decision and the commitment to enter that relationship for real. Not that you can't back out later, of course, but it'll minimize some of that stress and anxiety, I think.
And it's a lot less vulnerable for you and for them to just give 20 pages. And you can give 20 pages of anything. And you could say, okay, I hated everything they said about it. I don't agree with anything.
Yeah.
And you can go, well, that tells me something.
I wanted to mention this too. Just because a critique partner offers a piece of feedback, you don't necessarily have to agree and accept and change based on what they said. I think it's important that you consider very carefully everything that they're saying, because presumably you trust their judgment and you are interested in what they like, their opinion. But there are going to be times where you just don't agree or you don't quite agree or whatever, and that's fine.
Even like you and I, as much as we've done this, for as many years as we've done this, which is not as long as some people necessarily, but it's still been, what, 4 years? 5 years?
Has it? We're old.
And we've shared so many things with one another that even still, like, she'll make a suggestion and I'll be like, I see why she made that. And even if I initially am like, I don't want to do that because that's my darling, then I'm still going, well, I need to kill it because Kayla has good judgment. But I also go, I see why she said this, and I don't think I should take care of it the way she said. I think I can do it another way. Or I think if I do this other thing that she suggested, it'll take care of this. It's still yours. It's still your work. You have ownership of it.
Always.
No one can tell you what to do with it, and no one can force you to. No one should ever try to.
Yeah, if they're trying to, that's not a good relationship.
No, that is
that's
not.
a warning sign.
Yeah, they need to respect that it's yours.
Yeah.
And you need to respect that it's theirs. So don't forget, just because you get to see it before anybody else, more or less, that it's not yours.
No, not yours.
Yeah, boundaries are important. We have fewer.
We do have fewer, but again, because of the nature of our other aspects of our relationship, just like our friendship and stuff.
Right.
So.
But it could have been, it didn't work out this way for us, but it could have been that we needed a boundary on our friendship.
Yeah.
Of we don't get in one another's, like, fantasy worlds. Like, we don't get into, like, one another's heads as we're writing. Probably shouldn't call it fantasy worlds.
I think they get the point.
It could have been that we didn't need to get into one another's just mental space with our writing, because it could have been detrimental to our friendship.
Yeah.
And you have to recognize that too.
Thankfully, that was not the case.
Not the case! Yay!
Whoa. Anything else you want to mention?
Have them.
Have them. That's a good point.
It's super helpful.
Yep.
Super helpful. Because some days you won't want to write. Some weeks you won't want to write.
Yeah.
Some months you will not want to write. And that is okay, because that's part of the process. There are also days when you absolutely hate what you're doing.
So many days.
So you need someone else to be excited about it for you. And to keep saying, no, I want it. You have to finish it because I want this in my hand. Grabby hands. Direct quote from this one.
That's the thing I say a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Because she wants it.
Because it's so good. Definitely have them. That's like the takeaway, I think.
Yes.
Have them.
Have them.
And have them in a smart way. Mm-hmm. Be careful with them, because they are important and they are scary and they are fun. But I think that ultimately they're about sharing your work, and they're about sharing this thing that you've put so much time and effort and care into, and that's kind of terrifying sometimes, especially if you're not used to it. But it's so easy to get like wrapped up in what you're doing and to not notice. Like, you need other people to see it. Like, you need feedback to make it as strong as you can get it. And obviously that's like the goal, is to have your piece be as strong as possible no matter what it is. And I think the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you have people in your life, in your writing life, that you trust to read it, to give you careful, considered feedback, and have those open lines of communication, and to help one another.
Yeah. So I think so too. Well said.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you. Is that it?
I think so. Is there anything else you can think of for that one?
I can't think of. I hope you all get as lucky as I have been. I hope this was helpful. I hope that it has maybe sparked some interest in you and sharing if you haven't, or in maybe talking to people who you're currently sharing with and making it more of a kind of formalized, not necessarily formalized, but like long-term
More
relationship, more
yeah.
particular, more purposeful relationship. And thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, she's just like chilling in my
visiting.
house. Yeah,
it's
she's
fun.
visiting.
I'm physically visiting your house, but I'm
Yes.
also visiting the blog.
The interwebs.
It's nice to see y'all. Hi.
Yay. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
Are we good?
I'm going to press the button.
Press the button.
All right.
Go.